Okay, so tax evasion isn't a crime. It's a passion. These are the characters that willingly and knowingly commit tax evasion. Right, what's a tax? This character straight up does not know what taxes are. They dodged them accidentally. This character has not paid their tax for one reason or another. And we have paid on time, and we have the tax man. All right, let's go through the list. To begin with, we're starting with Abba for some reason. I feel right. Abba's a homunculus. I feel like Abba has no fucking idea what taxes are, right? She is completely clueless. She has not paid a single day of tax, not because she is unwilling to, but every time someone tries to track her down to make her pay her federal income, she kills them. Sol does not care. I feel like Sol is wanted by the IRS. He has to be. This man is thousands of years old, and he's absolutely dodged some federal income. It's not like malicious or anything. He's not in the top tier, but he's just so old that at some point he forgot to pay his taxes. Taxes are too... Exactly, dude. Like, he just fucking... Whatever, man. He stopped paying them years ago. If he didn't save the world as much as he did, they would absolutely be on his ass. Dizzy is... Here's the thing. She's technically the Queen of Illyria now, which makes her part of the tax people. I feel like she would have it paid on time, though. You know? Do monarchs pay taxes? No, I guess they don't. So she would be the one collecting the tax. I feel like if she wasn't, she would pay it on time. 100%. But she's the one making the money now. I think she would absolutely want to pay taxes. She probably like gives a bit of money to Kai. You know? She's probably like, oh, here's some money for the tax collection, haha. And it's like enough to buy a bit of bread. Barely anything. It's allowance. Ooh. Are you wanted by the IRS? Or do you No, you know too much. They're technically a wanderer. Testament's technically a wanderer. Live in the effing forest. They know too much, though. I feel like they're wanted by the IRS, but it's not like a... It's not what the characters will get to later. Don't worry. Yeah. Too cunty to pay. I don't need to pay tax. I'm beautiful. They say to the tax man before leaving. The IRS just can't find them. Exactly. That's why they're wanted by the IRS. Bridget. She's like 25. Like, you gotta remember, Bridget is a full-grown adult. Like, I feel like she keeps her books balanced. Like, she plays the naive part, but she also knows you don't fuck with the IRS. Testament didn't even go to Dizzy's wedding because they didn't want to be caught by the IRS. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bridget's paid on time. There's no way that she knows what a tax is, right? Like, let's be real. Let's be fucking real. She's too silly. She's too goofy to pay taxes. From what we can tell on her arcade mode, she doesn't stay in the same area for, like, more than a day. Yeah, she has no fucking idea what a tax is. She's just here to make music and have a good time. Johnny, on the other hand, tax evasion isn't a crime, it's a goddamn passion. The IRS have wanted this man for years. Johnny, no, I don't even think Johnny is the biggest tax evader. This man sees that the tax man is coming, he sends over a Johnny Chuck E. Cheese token, and he runs. Yeah, nah, bro, this... Tax evasion isn't a crime, bro. It's a goddamn passion. Why do you think he's considered a pirate? Exactly. Exactly. I feel like Slayer created the IRS. The IRS is just secretly the Assassin's Guild this whole time. Slayer's not the tax man. You gotta understand, canonically, chat, Slayer is broke. Like, the last thing we remember hearing about his financial situation, his house was in fucking ruins. Like, he's not a rich man. I feel like he's in the same category as Sol, because he's technically... Well, he's not technically older than Sol, bad guy. I'm pretty sure he is older than Sol. At some point, he's forgotten to pay his tax. He spent a good 20 years frolicking around with his wife, and, like, he just accidentally, you know, he just accidentally didn't pay 20 years worth of income tax. whoops, you know? Whoops. Like, sorry, tax man. Bedman can't communicate, like, properly, and it's an object, so it doesn't pay tax, technically. Like, beds don't pay tax, chat. There is no such thing as a bed frame tax. There is technically, like, a bedroom tax, but there's no bed tax. So, this goes to Delilah. She's like, how old is Delilah? Delilah's like 8 or some shit. She's like 12. She has no fucking idea what taxes are. The tax goes to Bacon. Yeah. She's like legal guardian, but she has no idea what the fuck a tax is. Oh my god, yeah, the tax man would disappear. It must be scary being a tax collector in the Guilty Gear world. Tax evasion isn't a crime, it's a passion. My man is literally the original mage. He has so much uncollected income. It's the same as the fucking amount of money in Illyria, and he is proud of it. My man has found every loophole, found every way to dodge paying his taxes. Put him in every deal. He is the tax man and the tax dodger. Happy goes his tax debt is higher than Illyria GDP. Exactly, bro. Exactly. All right, Bacon. I feel like Bacon pays on time. She seems too responsible. I think she does her taxes, Angie's taxes, and she started accounting for Delilah, even though they're not technically a family. I feel like she is too smart. She knows too much. Another story Bacon doesn't. She knows too much. The next GG game better talk about how much the characters owe in tax. They're better. We better have a goddamn moment where Vernon goes to Sully. He's like, I know you've saved the United States several times. You have $2 million in unpaid taxes. Yeah, Venom pays his taxes. He's a baker. He's got to pay business tax. He pays it on time. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with Venom. Don't worry about it. He definitely doesn't have, like, a dirty mattress that has a bunch of money, uncredited income in it. Nope, he pays his taxes on time. Robokai tax. Robokai is a vending machine. He gets paid by the electric bill, I'll have you know. If Venom doesn't pay taxes, he goes out of business. Exactly. He's just a baker, bro. He's just a baker. That's all he is. Angie. Right, here's the thing. I think Bacon pays Angie's tax for him. Like, he pays on time, but it's because someone else is balancing his books. Like, Angie doesn't pay his taxes because, well, to begin with, he's the second hand of Chip. But also, like, Bacon pays the taxes for him. Angie was the one where... True, Angie did have his own mirror shop. That is true. I think, to be fair, the community perception of Angie, I think the actual perception of Angie is completely different. Like, in-game, in lore, Angie's a very responsible man. He has a mirror shop that he runs. He's the right hand to Chip. Like, he's a responsible man. But in the fandom, everyone's like, oh, he's a soft little boy. He doesn't know what he's doing. Axel could also travel back. Right, Axel is wanted by the IRS. Axel is 100% wanted by the IRS because he has taxes due from the fucking 90s, my guy. I don't care if you slipped in the goddamn and through a fucking portal from the 1990s. You owe the tax man money. Axel's taxes never stop piling up. Exactly, bro. Axel is definitely wanted, but they never get him because he slips off into the 1700s, friends. He does it on purpose now. It always used to be an accident. Like, maybe there was a thing of, oh, I figured out I'll get enough money. I can pay me taxes. And he goes to pay, and then he slips back. But, like, now he does it on purpose. He sees someone that looks a bit too much like a tax collector, and he just pisses off to, like, ancient Greece for a little bit. You know, he just leaves. He's gone. Chip's the tax man. He is the president of the Eastern Chip Kingdom. He is the tax man. Chip is the tax man. He's literally the president. He's the tax man. The taxes go to him. I feel right. He is the tax man. Answer's the real tax man. Don't get me wrong. Like, until Answer shows up, he deserves to be in this tier. But Answer isn't here. So Chip's the tax man. Answer, what the fuck are taxes? Answer, a family came up to me saying they couldn't afford their taxes. What's that? Don't worry about it, Chip. Okay. Yay! Yeah, he is technically the tax man. Unfortunately. Right. I feel like Faust used to pay his taxes. I feel like Faust used to be very on time. However, ever since the events of Another Story where he's turned into like this, I think he's wanted by the IRS. I think he's missed a very important payment recently. Yeah, Faust is wanted, but like, not maliciously. He's not these two fuckers where he owes like the debt of a country. He's just, you know, he's just wanted a little bit. Does Geo count as the tax? Gold Lewis definitely counts as the tax man. He's 100% the tax man. Bro's the Secretary of Absolute Defense. And you gotta make sure that budget's there. You gotta make sure your taxes are paid. Geo is paid on time out of force. I feel like it's taken out of her salary. Just naturally. Like, we found this person in the goddamn woods. Just take it out. Whatever she makes, take a tax out. She's unaware. She pays taxes, but she doesn't know. Right. Arya is still in Jacko's soul, and Arya is a very responsible person. It's really funny with the Valentines. Like, they've been around for a month max. Has she needed to pay it yet? Sol, right. I feel like Sol doesn't dodge his taxes on purpose. I feel like Arya pays on time. I feel like Arya and Jacko doesn't know what a tax is, but Arya makes her pay on time. Exactly. Arya files Sol's tax. She's working with the IRS to try and pay off his debt. Jacko's got no fucking idea what's going on. Yeah, 2 tax men in a row. Look at that. Boom. Boom. The 2 kings of Illyria, we have come to collect your taxes. Kai tries to be nice about it. Leo busts down your door. This mahogany door will pay your debts. And he takes it away. May pays on time. No, chat. Remember, May's been on the jellyfish pirate ship since she was a child. She has been raised by this man. What the fuck is a tax? She's never heard the word. Literally, this is not even ignorant. She just doesn't know what it is. If you never get taught what a tax is, you're not gonna know. What's a tax? Tax is a banned word on me. Shit. Where's Abba and Unica? I don't think Unica's on the list. We'll get to her at the end. Abba's here, though. He's a tax man because Johnny owes her money. Johnny would teach her so she can know the thrill. Oh, no. Yeah, Millie is the tax man. Her and Zato literally work for the government. They're the tax collector. There's so many tax collectors. It's genuinely fucking crazy the amount of characters that we have that are tax collectors, technically. Gilligan has a lot of narcs. Sin would try to eat it. Sin pays his tax on time. He's not a tax collector yet because he doesn't know what it is. He's 5, but like he's a son of a king of Illyria. His tax is handled. He doesn't have to worry about it. Taxman that pay, the taxman that don't. That's a good one, actually. Hold on. Taxman wouldn't pay. All right, let's reorder this. Dizzy would pay. Chip wouldn't because he doesn't know what the fuck a tax is. Gold Lewis would pay. Kai would pay. Leo wouldn't. I know for a fucking fact Leo would not pay his taxes. If he wasn't the king of Illyria, this man would be dodging taxes like the fucking draft. Millie would pay her taxes. She's a very, responsible person. Oh yeah, Naga's wanted by the IRS. Bro was trapped in a giant fucking stone pillar for years. For years! He was literally trapped there for so long. My man has so much undocumented earnings, he would make an IRS agent fucking blush. Well, he used to knee drop the taxman, now he knee drops tax evaders. Exactly. Pot. So he's the right hand of Gabriel and like one of the top. Yeah, he's like one of the top people in the military. I think he's technically a taxman and he would pay. Like, it's kind of crazy how his law went. But Zep is corrupt. Yeah. He believes, though. He'd pay it. He'd absolutely pay it. Ram has no fucking clue. No. Ram pays on time because she knows that the money ends up going to Leo. Therefore, she pays it every time without doubt. She didn't understand it. Someone explained it to her, and she was like, so does it go to the king? And they went, yes. And she paid it without questioning it. That's my headcanon. Also, she's just too responsible, unlike Elfella, who's titsying about. Okay, the question is, does Eno know what a tax is or not? Because, like, she's a time-traveling witch from a bunch of different timelines. At some point, you would figure out what a tax is, right? Like, yeah, surely it's a passion. Surely she's figured out the perfect method to dodge taxes. Eno would rather destroy the world than pay tax. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. We need to make another tier. Add a row above. He went to the fucking moon. He literally left the goddamn orbit of the fucking planet. He is evading taxes on a level never seen before. And, like, he was wanted not only by the IRS, but the American government, and decided, fuck this, and went to a different planet. Like, yet no taxman is going to visit him. Who the fuck are they going to send up to collect? How are you going to argue with that? He's on a different planet. Like, you're not dealing with any tax dodger. You're dealing with the greatest tax dodger of all time. So yeah, that's my case. Bro left the planet. Partly because he was wanted by everyone on it for committing atrocities. But also, you know, you don't have to pay taxes. Do you think the game maker concerns himself with trivial matters such as taxes? Finally, Zato wouldn't pay his taxes. Zato, before he became possessed by Eddie, absolutely would not pay his taxes. Now he doesn't feel anything, and he probably doesn't know the passage of time. So, whoops. Like asking an animal to pay its tax. He has no idea what's going on. I kind of wish we ended on Asuka. We would have to put Unica somewhere. I feel like Unica... So, okay. Unica is a smart lass, but she does come from a timeline where everything is destroyed. Like, nothing exists anymore. So she hasn't really grown up in standard society. I feel like it's the same reason that Gio has her taxes paid on time. She works for the US government now. So they probably just take it out of her salary. But I don't know. Yeah, she pays on time. Maybe she knows what a tax is. Sin teaches her, but he taught her wrong. I know what a tax is. It's a thing you can eat. Lucy doesn't pay tax, but she hacks the IRS. The things that she pays. Even in Night City, she doesn't pay tax. Lucy's gonna become a tax evader in 2 different timelines, bro. The royal family auto pays her taxes. True, actually. Kai would make sure she's taken after. So would Dizzy.